Okay, hello, good morning everyone. Today I'll start chapter 4, and the chapter 4 begins with advanced features of web designing. Now, till we complete the chapter 3, we've learned about the different operators, different types of operators, different types of variables, how to design web pages, how to design online shopping pages, now how to use functions, how to use array, how to use how to use element, and we have learned various array objects, class, method, and how to declare the variables, how to declare the objects method in JavaScript as well as in HTML. Now let's move to the we'll learn many practical things. Now you just go through the laptop if you have laptop or desktop and practice this practicals from your PDF. We have learned events handling, types of event handlings. We have learned loop structure and case study we have learned, and I have given you the access. Please do it. And today let's move to the chapter 4. The chapter 4 begins with the advanced features of web designing. Now, in the web designing, advanced features of web designing. These are the features of web design which has an advanced, right? In a 4.1 chapter 4, the 4. We have learned 4.1 code view, add-ins, snippets, and page transition. Now how to view the code, how to view the particular code of the websites or web pages while surfing a net or using the internet. The next, snippets and page transitions. Snippets and page, how to transit the page of that web pages, right? Working with code view. Now though most tasks can be completed using GUI. GUI means graphic user interface, as you all know. At times you may have to be insert code manually. For example, when you want to integrate with a website, a third-party web application provides code. Now if we are designing a web page or a website, we have to use the code, and this code is a third-party web application provided as a code. Now code is provided by the third parties web applications. Now it should be manually and integrated with a website. IntelliSense is a feature that automatically provide you list of codes and attributes as a pop-up when you work in the code view mode. While using the code view mode, there is a feature called IntelliSense, which is automatically provides you list of code. Whatever the codes you want and attribute you want, there is a feature called IntelliSense. You can go through that IntelliSense features and you can automatically give you the list of codes, provides you the list of codes and attribute as pop-up when you work in the code view mode, especially in advanced features of web designing. To understand how to use it, now there is steps. Now please do the following. Please follow it. The steps. Create a new HTML. Firstly, you have to create the new HTML page. Second, select code view. You have to select the code view. Third, place the cursor after the body tag. Fourth, type angle bracket to open the tag. Notice the list of elements displayed image below. Select the element from the list, for example H1. Now place the cursor after the element and press space bar. List the notice of the attribute related to the elements in display. Select align. Notice the attribute. Select on a keyboard. Notice a value corresponding to the attribute selects. Close the using tag. Notice the end tag is automatically added. There should be end tag will be automatically added. Now to view the code or to view the list of codes and attributes, there is a features called IntelliSense. and this features is it has a step as this features has to follow the steps. Now there is a certain steps, mainly 1 to 7. You have to follow this 1 to 7 steps. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. You have to follow these 7 steps. Now especially while creating new HTML page, select code view. I think here is here is a practically shown in this in this book or in this PDF. I'll show you now. Though code view can be difficult to use in the beginning. In the beginning, the code view can be difficult to use. Once you have adequate practice, if you practice a lot, you will gain total control of the coding environment. There is an environment you can control the coding. To view the installation settings, now to view the installations, which I have already mentioned the features, to view this, do the following: these steps, follow these steps, select tools, page editor options, select tab IntelliSense, then now these are the steps, and this is the pop-up menu. Sorry, this is the figure number 4.1. You can follow this and notice it. Notice the settings. Note that you need additional technical expertise to work with. Do not change any settings. No need to change the settings. No need to change the settings. Now add-ins. Now add-ins extends the ability of the main program by adding enhance, custom commands, and specialized features. You can download a variety of add-ins from. Okay, actually add-ins is nothing but to extend or linking the page with the another page, and to extend the capability of the main programs by adding enhanced customs commands and specialized retrieve features. You can download a variety of add-ins forms. Number 1, this one. Number 2, this. Number 3, serially up to number 5. This is a bullet sign. These are add-ins. Of course, use Google to find for more add-ins. You can use Google to find more add-ins. Once you have downloaded an add-in, use the following procedure to install the add-in. Select the tools. You can install the add-ins. Select the tools, add-ins. The manage add-ins dialog box appear. Number 2, select install. Browse and add-in open. Click yes. Repeat the procedure. Same. You have to repeat the same procedure. Now using snippets. Now these are used while preparing a website or web page. Now using snippets. Snippets are piece of programs. Sometimes these questions may be asked by the CBSE. Snippets. What is snippets? Just underline this line. Snippets are the following. Snippets are the pieces of programs reused by the most developers. There is a piece of programs which is reused by the most developers, which is called snippets. Snippets one line. Now snippets are useful as you can keep reusing the code created many times across multiple web pages or websites. Now snippets are a piece of programs which is reused by most developers. Snippets are useful as you can be reusing the code created many times across multiple web pages. You can add the multiple web pages by using the snippets code. Snippets. Websites saving enormous amount of time and effort. To view and insert the available snippets, do the following. To view and insert the available snippets, do the following. There is a steps. Now number 1, Number one, I will mark with that one. Select panel snippets. Notice the list the Notice the list of snippets available in categories such as CSS, HTML, JavaScript, jQuery, etc. Now this is snippets in the Honda. You have shown in. I have marked this style block. These snippets, my snippets. To insert the snippets to the following. Number one, create a new page. Place the cursor. You want to snippet the place. Select view page. There is a certain steps you can follow this. You can follow this page. Select view page code. Page code snippets can be inserted only in speech or code. Select view. Expand HTML, expand applet folder. You can do this while developing your website or designing your web pages. You may require following additional instruction for more of the snippet listed here. PSD. Now here comes PSD templates. Okay. Now PSD templates will continue from tomorrow. Okay, PSD. As a web developer designer, you need to create pages that are attractive and simple. As a web designer, if you want to be a web designer, you need to create pages that are attractive and simple. That page should be attractive and simple. Remember that along with showcasing content to the visitor, the design also needs to be pleasant. Design should be pleasant and simple, and the content of the visitor should be attractive and simple. Encourage them to repeat the visit to the website, and though the visitors should be visit again and again to that website if your web pages are attractive and simple, then the visitors will be visit again and again. When it comes to the web design, you need to maintain a balance between visual design and code. If you want to design a website, you need to maintain balance between visual design and code. You have to design the visual design, right? The people should be the users should be the website should be simple and attribute that the user should know what kind of website is that, and the visual design should be the understood, and the code must be easy and understandable. Though it is possible to create simple web design using standard HTML, it is always have a good practice to research and good design. Components of some of the attractive websites usually created using Adobe Photoshop. Some of the attractive websites are usually created using Adobe Photoshop and later integrated the website for the additionally functionality such as text content form. Most of the web developer or the designer created the website by using Adobe Photoshop, so that later they integrated their website. So later they integrated to their website as a text content forms, etc. in their website, and the Photoshop which they have created the photo, they will add it into their text context and a website, so that additional information should be run by or used by the visitors again and again. So you can import certain parts, layers, or enter image into your website using MUW. Here give you the list of websites you can find Photoshop templates. There is some list of templates you can find to create your websites. You can browse, select, download, and use this file. Refer to the website terms and condition of license information. Link MSD Mu. So as also there is a special feature that can be used for updating image whenever the original PSD Photoshop image is modified. There is some specific features for updating an image whenever the original PSD Photoshop is modified. To modify the Photoshop, there is some special features, right, to update an image in a Photoshop. Now Photoshop .psd is an extension of Photoshop. To understand how to use these features, do the following. If you really want to know and if you really want to understand, then you have to follow these steps regarding the Photoshop image modification. Number 1, import a PSD Photoshop file extension and file and follow these steps. Number 1, create a new web page, save the file as psd.html, select a file, import, add a Photoshop, browse, and you can browse or you can click open import file from dialog box. Here is the image. Here you can see. You can select the layers you import on the left pane, compatibility located at the right button, and click OK. Click save when prompted. Now follow these steps. Now you can follow these steps. You can see here properly in image. Now page transition. You can apply specific application effects to the web pages as presentation softwares. This helps present styles effect to the visitor. Now page transition. You can apply the page transition to your web pages so that the visitors can use again and again because of your special effects. If you are using the presentation effects to the web pages, special effect to the web pages, then automatically your visitors will visit the website again and again and see the properties of that website and the design of that website again and again, and your website will be dynamic and creative as well as simple. To add the transition, do the following, and here is also the steps to add the transition. Create a new save trans.html. Please follow these steps and as well as this image. You need to select an event. Select site, enter, event, drop down, and select circle in the form. Please follow this step. Yeah, here is some assessment as well as activities. Okay, this exercise I will search from YouTube, then I will send you. No need to do yourself. Now assessment, please complete this assessment. Whatever the fill in the blanks assessment, answer the question, please complete this all assessment. Now I will start dynamic web templates from tomorrow, so don't forget to complete this assessment. This one is your homework assessment. Answer the following questions and fill in the blanks. So till today this much. From page number 130 I'll start from tomorrow. I'll continue from tomorrow.